cover Chapter 7, The Effective Lesson, pages 162 to 173. Direct instruction are lessons in which teachers transmit information directly to the students. In this type of learning environment, students are aiming to reach a clearly defined set of objectives. How is direct instruction taught? Direct instruction is taught directly to the students. Different types of assessments can be used to ensure that the students are understanding the curriculum. In lower grade levels, teachers may devote a whole class period to learning one small concept and break it down so it's easier for them to understand. They may be assessed at the end of the class to assure that they are understanding what is being taught. In higher level grades, students learn more over a longer period of time and may not be assessed until months, where they are tested on all of this information instead of just a little bit. First, state learning objectives and orient students to the lesson. Then, make sure to review the prerequisites, following by presenting new material. Then, we need to conduct learning probes and provide independent practice for your students. Then, we can assess the performance and provide feedback. We can also provide distributed practice and review. What is the first step to creating a lesson? Clearly state your learning objectives. What do objectives provide? Listen closely and fill in the establish positive blanks. Wait, what are some questions you should ask yourself before moving on to the next lesson? Have the students mastered the prerequisite skills? Do your students understand what you're talking about, or are they completely clueless? You can connect the dots by linking the information that is already in the student's mind to the information that you are about to present. Ask plenty questions. So what is so important about reviewing? Students can have a chance to jog their memory and assess the information that they may or may not understand. An advanced organizer is an introductory statement by the teacher that reminds the students of what they already know and gives them framework for understanding the new material to be presented. Is everyone ready to move on? It's time to present new information or skills. True or false? Presenting new material begins the main body of the lesson. You guessed it, it's true. Mm-hmm. Is your lesson clearly organized? It is important that you point this out to your students. This helps students form a mental outline that will help them remember the material. Information with a clear, well-organized structure is retained best. Lessons should be logically organized. Teachers should give clear indications about the most important elements of the lesson. Repetition is key. What should you do to maintain clarity in your lesson? Be sure to use direct, simple, and well-organized language to present concepts. If you want your lesson to be clear, here's a few things that you need to make sure not to do. Don't wander off into irrelevant topics. This can interrupt the flow of the lesson. Avoid the use of vague terms that do not add to the meaning of the lesson. Are your students just not getting it? Effective explanations take into account and link what the students already know. Worked examples. These are established strategies for teaching certain kinds of problem solving, especially in math. Worked examples are worked out in front of the class. For instance, an addition problem. You would work this out in front of the class and explain your thinking step by step so that your students get a better understanding. Demonstrations, models, and illustrations emphasize the importance of students seeing and, when appropriate, having hands-on experience with concepts and skills. Learning techniques and what works best differs from student to student. That's why it's important to incorporate demonstrations, models, and illustrations for those who may be more of a visual learner. What is an embedded video, and how can it be used to benefit students in the classroom? Via video, television, or DVD, material is embedded in an on-screen text or class lessons, which is used to illustrate key concepts. Commercials and theme songs we see and hear on the television can be quite catchy. FreeCreditReport.com. Meow 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 meow. Scandinavia. I get commercials and theme songs stuck in my head all the time. So could you imagine if we incorporate these types of videos into learning? Instead of memorizing silly little commercials, they would memorize curriculum that would benefit them for tests and assessments. Embedded videos help children learn and retain information to the degree that is easy to understand and clearly linked to the main content. As a teacher, it is your job to know how much content you are planning to cover. Have you set goals? It's simple. Students whose teachers cover more material learn more than other students do. Learning is not a race, and not all students learn at the same pace. There's no need to rush. Don't rush through the curriculum and the content. Only increase the pace of your instruction as long as the degree of understanding is not sacrificed. Be sure to pace yourself, especially with your lessons. There are some things that your students will not fully understand as well as they do other concepts. But that doesn't mean that you can waste the whole class on that one thing.